Detoxification. Taking your calls, too. If you'd like to talk to him this morning at 216-901-0933. Again, 216-901-0933. We'll get to the phones. Eric, hang on. We'll get to you here in just a second. I want to talk to you real quick, though, Dr. Bob. You mentioned in the last half hour the word organic. Could you explain what organic is?
Yes, I'd love to answer that question for you because there's a lot of misinformation. First, organic is not natural. Now, what does that mean? Well, natural today, I was reading an article about chicken the other day, and some of these chicken farmers will actually inject sodium into the chicken to make it plumper. Well, see, that extra sodium is not normal for the chicken, but because they say that sodium is natural and found in nature, they can call that chicken all natural. Now, organic, in theory, means there's really been no chemicals added to it. Any external synthetic, that means there are no injections, no feed, no extra chemicals to enhance the flavor, etc. But I read an article somewhere along the line that said the word organic, and you can't quote me on this, but they actually can inject something in a chicken in the first 24 hours, and everything after the 24 hours is considered, whatever you do to it, that's when the whole organic stage starts.
That's when, okay.
So you have to really understand what organic really means.
Do a little research then.
But I can tell you from my experience of eating food, organic food has better taste than conventional food. But it means if you had a conventional, if you had a conventional radish and then a real radish,
I can testify to that. Growing up on a farm, that's
right.
all we had. Everything was organic. Let's go back to the phones. Eric in Youngstown. Eric, good morning. You have a question for Dr. Bob. Eric, are you there? Hang on a second. We're going to get to Eric here in just a moment. Going to Eric. Eric, are you there? There we go. You have a question for Dr. Bob.
Well, I have an awesome website. Actually, I have two websites, but I'll give you the main one. It's www.druglessdoctor.com. That's www.allspelledout druglessdoctor.com. And then my other office website is www.northcoastchiro.net. If you Google me, you'll be able to find me. A lot of good information, a lot of videos on druglessdoctor.com. I blog every day. I have tweets every day on my Twitter site. So I blog every day, and the blogging is just amazing, the amount of information you can put in a blog.
All right. Thank you, Eric.
Hey.
Let's go to Cleveland. Sabrina standing by again. Sabrina, you have another question for Dr. Bob. Sabrina, are you there? There you go. Constipation.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it's so interesting that she brings that up because one of the leading causes of constipation is a low thyroid. And one of the leading causes of low thyroid is lack of iodine. So I hope that answers your question. You could take up to the average, a Japanese person takes about 12 milligrams of iodine a day. I personally take 12 milligrams of iodine every day. Iodine is really critical. It helps your thyroid gland. And your thyroid gland is like the gas pedal to your body, Glenn. And it gets those bowels moving, and you want to have a bowel movement.
Yeah, and I know some people that either have a hyperactive thyroid or the opposite. They're either hyperactive or they're sleeping all the time, it seems like. So I guess you can tell that, I guess it's if you have a hyperactive thyroid, you're sleeping all the time. Is that correct? It's opposite?
It is just the opposite. And I can tell you from experience, I actually see there's so many people that have a low thyroid today. And do you want to know why we have such an issue with iodine deficiencies today? Because bromine, which is in white bread, Gatorade, Mountain Dew, and a lot of water sources.
You're hitting all my favorites.
And fluorine, which is in toothpaste, of course, and water.
Yeah.
And chlorine, which is in a lot of food items also today, can sabotage iodine in your body. And your thyroid gland passionately has a need and desire for iodine. Up to 12 milligrams a day, minimum.
Question for the doctor, 216-901-0933. Let's go to Irma in Cleveland. Irma, you have a question about inflammation in the knee for Dr. Bob? Hello, Irma. There we go. You have a question for Dr. Bob about the knee, right? What's your question?
Well, I'm going to give you a little shocking news right now. It's not so much about what you take, what you need to stay away from, and a very common joint pain food item happens to be sugar. Sugar causes knee pain, causes joint pain throughout the body. Also, dairy products. Start noticing when your knee pain is a little bit worse, and you'll notice it could be after you have that piece of cheesecake or cookie. Sugar can cause pain. Sometimes for some people, even orange juice can cause pain. Those are common foods.
Is that right?
Orange, yeah, citrus can cause pain in some. So I usually have people do a food diary for me, and then I look at it. And so if you have a passion for Hostess Twinkies or something like that, so in America today, do you like those? Are you a Hostess? Okay.
No.
Ooh. Well, I can tell you right now, why don't you try some stevia? You know what's really interesting? This is, and thank you so much for the call. Hang up and listen to what I'm going to share with you guys right now. Do you know what this time of the year is the best time to do?
Make pies.
No, make and create a container herb garden. In other words, you can.
Oh, yeah.
You can
Yeah,
go.
it is.
This is the best time to go out and buy some fresh herbs. Now, here is some magic. Magic. It's called stevia. Stevia is a perennial. Did you ever hear that, Glenn? Stevia?
Mm-hmm.
Stevia is a herb. It's very sweet. And you can put it in tea. People love to put stevia in their tea. You know, some of the soda manufacturers are putting stevia in some of their foods right now. But you can grow stevia in your own backyard. It grows about 18 inches long. It's a perennial. That means it comes up every year. And what I do is I pluck it at the end of the season. You put it in an oven that has a little pilot on it for about a week. It dries it out. And you can use that as a natural sweetener. Do you know what else we use for great herbs during the summertime? Right now you go out and get yourself some basil.
Basil's out, yeah.
And thyme, chives, dill, oregano. So I'd encourage all of you, all over northern Ohio, go out and get yourself some herbs. Get a couple little clay pots and put some dirt in there. Put some herbs in it. Then when you make your fresh green salad for lunch every day, you throw those fresh herbs in there and you don't have to put all these fake food additives. Do you want to know what chives taste great in? Egg salad sandwiches.
It's good on salad, too.
It is. Actually, my wife and I, we are coming here today and enjoying this sunshine. We're going to go to the Metro Park in Rocky River. I made a salad this morning. We're going to have a little picnic lunch. Well, I snipped in some dill and some basil in our salad today.
Love that. Let's go back to the phones. True. She has a question about the ankle and knee pain. Hi, True. You have a question for Dr. Bob. Yep.
Well, first, I don't want you to think I'm going to try to diagnose you over a microphone here over the airwaves in northern Ohio, but I would make this suggestion. I would eliminate sugar and dairy for your life for about a month. And what I would do is I would go to the health food store, or you can actually go to my website, and get yourself some flax oil. And I would start taking 1 tablespoon of flax oil per day per 100 pounds. And I'd also get yourself some vitamin B6. B6 helps take away inflammation in the body. We talk about that a lot in my other book, Dr. Bob's Trans Fat Survival Guide. And I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Flax oil and some B6. Now, one last item you could use, if that doesn't work, is some organic apple cider vinegar. Just because that helps improve the absorption of calcium in the body. And sometimes, as people get a little bit older, they tend to be a little bit more alkaline, can have a little bit more inflammation in their body. So a little apple cider vinegar, organic apple cider vinegar, not distilled apple cider vinegar. No, an ounce. I'm glad you asked that. 1 ounce. You put on your salad. You can drink it straight up. Organic apple cider vinegar. It helps take away shoulder pain, by the way. First side. Well, I have to ask Glenn because she asked me one question.
Absolutely. Go right ahead. Go right ahead.
Of course.